Hello, hello. Welcome to Wednesday Live with Stephanie Young. I am really grateful and honored that you chose to be present with me today at noon, in the middle of the day, in the middle of the week, here at the beginning of this month, July, which is starting the second half of our year. And if you have hung around with me or you've known me for many years, you might know that I love July because it gives me an excuse to celebrate Christmas in July. And I'm a huge fan of Christmas. And if you are brand new here, you've probably just been like, oh my gosh, this girl is crazy. That's okay. We are here for all of the fun, wacky, quirky people that just love to embrace who they are and live their life as the quirky human beings that they are. But again, I'm so honored that you chose to spend some of your afternoon in the middle of the week with me today. We are going to be exploring some really fun stuff. And maybe you're like, Stephanie, talking about clutter isn't fun. Maybe we can change that today. I'd love to explore five surprising ways that decluttering can improve your life, because we often can find different ways that like decluttering can just be helpful, but maybe we've never really thought about how decluttering can improve your life, because it's no secret that decluttering your home can be incredibly helpful in terms of like organization and efficiency, but it can have some really amazing benefits on your mental health. And improving your mental health is never something that I think we should shy away from as human beings. So let's dive into how relieving some of your cluttered environment that can be overwhelming and can be stressful, which can also lead to feelings of anxiety and depression. Let's talk about how taking care of that cluttered environment can have amazing benefits on your mental health. We're going to talk about 5 of those ways today, right here, right now. And if you are like, oh my goodness, yes, this is something I need, let me know below. Just say, yes, I can't wait to learn these 5 surprising ways, or yes, I'm here for this knowledge, or oh my gosh, I can't wait to learn more. Anything to let me know that this is a topic that you are pumped to learn about, because I am, again, honored that you're here with me. Now, if you're like, again, who is this girl? I am Stephanie Young, and I support women who are ready for more success in their life. I help them to lessen overwhelm so that they can make their dream life reality. And I love doing this. We do this through our life strategy and coaching program. And we also do this through our decluttering boot camps. So we have a couple different ways that we support women lessen overwhelm in their life so that their dream life can become reality. And we are going to talk about 5 surprising ways that you can declutter your space and how that can improve your mental health. So, jumping right in, the first way that decluttering can help you with your mental health is that it can allow you to find your things more easily and make better use of your space. Now, if you're like, okay, how does that help my mental health? Let's break it down a little bit. If you have ever found yourself searching for like your keys before you leave and it's causing stress because you're like, oh my gosh, I have to get out the door right now. I can't find my keys. I can't find my phone. I can't find the other shoe, like whatever it is that you're trying to find in the like hustle and bustle of getting ready to leave, that can add more stress and more anxiety into our lives. When we declutter and when we simplify and give every single thing a home, it makes it easier to find the things that we need, thus alleviating some of that anxiety that makes us calmer before we have to leave our house. So, decluttering can help us find things more easily, and it can help us make better use of our space. Secondly, if your home is full of clutter, which happens to the best of us, it can be difficult to move around and hard to find things when you need them in general. So if you've ever been to somebody else's house where there's like a lot of stuff, you may have found that it's harder to get around. Like you might have had to like navigate around piles of things, or you might even have to do that in your own home. This happens. This is kind of normal. And then we find ways to like make better use of our space. But when your home is overly full, it can be difficult to find things you need. One of my favorite examples of this is honestly my own mom. But like when things are a little too full and then we can't find like the favorite serving platter that we use every single time family comes over because it's too crammed into the cabinet. When we alleviate the space in that cabinet and let go of the serving platters that we don't necessarily use all that often or ever, it means that the space, instead of being too full, is now open and freer for the things we do use. And instead of feeling like, oh my gosh, this cabinet is so crazy, it's now open and available for the things that do get used and loved. And so it's easier to get things in and out of that cabinet. It's easier to find the platters that do get used more often. And instead of having that overstuffed feeling, it's like, oh, this cabinet isn't so crazy. I can find the things I need. It's easier to get around. And when you need that item, it's there because it has a home and it can go there when it's clean. And when you need it, you can find it when you need it. A third way that helping, like the decluttering can help our lives is it lessens the feeling of overwhelm and stress, which can also lessen the feeling of anxiety and depression because cluttered environments can contribute to feelings of overwhelm and stress. Often because if you have ADHD or anxiety, either one or both, often what happens, and I know this because I have a lot of friends with ADHD, I myself have ADHD, we have this tendency to just put piles of things everywhere or feel the need to have stuff everywhere where we can see it. Because if we can't see it, we'll forget we have it and then we might accidentally like buy a duplicate or something. But when we have everything out, that cluttered visual line also contributes to like the anxiety of everything because it's like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff out and I can't handle seeing everything. And so like one kind of feeds into the other and it like sort of builds and builds and builds. And so we have to find strategies to help combat both of those things. A personal example of that. So my ADHD loves to see every single thing that I own, but my anxiety says, oh my gosh, the space is too cluttered. Like the visual line is like too much. So one of the things that I tried to see if it would work, we tried in our house to say, how can we like put away the utensils that we use for cooking in a way that like my anxiety doesn't have to see it, but my ADHD can see everything when like the drawer is opened because one mental health thing doesn't want the sight line to be messed up, but the other one needs everything to be visible. So, and of course, my husband's like, this doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, it's just my brain and how it works. So, one of the strategies that we tried was all of our utensils are in a drawer. So, when I open the drawer, my ADHD can see all of the utensils because of how they're laid out in the drawer. Everything is visible. But my anxiety is like, oh, thank goodness, we can close the drawer and then we don't have to see it in our sight line. So both of the things are being helped and being minimized, and my mental health is being taken care of because I have it put away. And yet, when I need the items, I can see them all clearly when the drawer is opened. For another client, they were like, I really need to see them on the counter, but I need them to be on the counter in a less cluttered kind of manner. So we found a way to organize their cooking utensils in like a container that was both aesthetically pleasing. That was a big thing. We wanted the container that held the utensils to be aesthetically pleasing, that like went with the kitchen decor, and we needed it to not take up a ton of space on the counter. So we found a way to find a sizable container that held everything that we needed, that she needed, looked aesthetically pleasing, and kept everything contained so that her sight line only had to see one container on the counter and yet everything was there. So instead of seeing everything on the counter, she only had one extra thing holding the things in place. The fourth surprising way that decluttering can help lessen or can help our mental health and lessen some stress is that it can reduce all those feelings of like craziness by creating a calmer and more organized space. So often, when we have too much inventory or stuff in our home, it just gets to feel chaotic. Like there's too much to put away, there's too much here, there's too much there. When we declutter and when we lessen that amount, there's less to clean, less to pick up, less to look at. And when there is less, it's easier to organize and put away, and it's easier to have that sense of calm because instead of having to spend hours picking everything up, taking care of everything, it takes mere minutes, and you get that calm, cleaned up space very easily. The fifth way that decluttering can help us have more like the fifth surprising way that it can improve our mental health and our life is it can give us a sense of accomplishment. It can really like help kind of boost our self-esteem. And that is so exciting. Who doesn't love that feeling of like, I did it. It's like giving yourself a high five in the mirror, which PS is a really fun thing to do if you didn't know. But like, getting something done, getting a specific area done can be such an amazing feeling. It's so exciting to be like, ooh, this is a problem area that's been bugging me or been driving our whole family nuts. And so like, I'd love to get it tackled. And when you do get it tackled and you do get it taken care of, it's kind of like, "Ah, look at me. Like I did the thing." Even if you're the only one that notices or the only one that appreciates it, like it's totally okay because like that feeling is a wonderful feeling and it's totally something to celebrate and enjoy and just love, 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 love. So, decluttering can help improve your life because it gives you a sense of accomplishment that is 100% worth holding on to and just enjoying. And then also that feeling can help kind of like boost your self-esteem. And there is nothing wrong with being thrilled with the fact that your self-esteem has been boosted a little bit or even maybe a lot. Now, oftentimes I hear from people, Stephanie, I don't know where to start with decluttering, or I would love to have all of these benefits from decluttering. I need these benefits from decluttering. My anxiety is through the roof. I'm super overwhelmed, or I'm really stressed, or my cat likes to jump on my desk and it drives me nuts, and he is no help with decluttering. I really just, I'm not sure what to do. I would love it if somebody could help me lessen the overwhelm in my life. I would love it if my dream could become reality, but I don't know where to start. Friend, sixth secret. I got you. I am really, really pumped to tell you that at the end of this month, on July 30th, I am hosting my Unstuff Your Space Decluttering Boot Camp. We are going to spend a few hours together tackling 3 typical problem areas in our home from start to finish, and we're going to do it together as a group. And I'm so excited, you guys. So we are going to tackle those areas together. And if you're like, oh my goodness, this is totally something I need in my life. I need someone to help give me some direction. I need someone to help me get started. I need someone to help me lessen some overwhelm in my life. This is completely the thing I need. In the comments below, simply drop a simple "I'm overwhelmed" or "declutter me, Steph," and I will get you all of the information for my upcoming Unstuff Your Space Decluttering Bootcamp. We are going to have so much fun together. I know you might think, how do we have fun decluttering? Trust me, we are going to have a lot of fun decluttering. I have been working on this for a while and it's going to be so amazing. You are going to have so much support through the whole day and through the whole activity. But if you were like, I could really use some surprising ways that decluttering can improve my life, but I'll take the 6th benefit too, friends. I'm here to support and to be there for you and to give you all of the guidance that you need to help declutter some of the bigger problem areas in your life and in your home so that you can find things more easily, have better use of your space, to be able to move around a little bit easier in your home, to be able to find things when you need them so that you're less overwhelmed and less stressed. so that your feelings of anxiety can be lessened, so that you can have a more calm environment, and so that you get that sense of accomplishment for getting something taken off of your list and like have that boost in your self of esteem of going, oh my gosh, not only did I get one area taken care of, I got three areas taken care of. But for real, if you're sitting here saying, yes, I want more success in my decluttering, again, just drop a declutter me stuff or an I am so overwhelmed below, and I will get you all of the information for our upcoming Unstuff Your Space Decluttering Bootcamp. I, again, am so grateful that you wanted to spend some of your afternoon here with me on a Wednesday in the middle of your week because I'm Stephanie Young and I support women who are ready for more success, that want to lessen the overwhelm in their life, to take their dream and make it reality. I cannot wait to be with you again next week on Wednesday at noon, right here, where we will tackle more topics on how decluttering can improve your life as we ramp up and get ready for our decluttering bootcamp. Have a super wonderful day, and I will see you next week at noon. Thank you again for being here. It's been such a privilege. Bye.